Guys, I told Danny Baggish to watch the board here to make sure we didn't miss anything. He slacked off. I'm Nick DiChiria, joined by slacker Danny Baggish, and we are here for our King Seat match of the Pro Doubles 01 here.
It's amazing that you will lie to everyone watching, including the VP that is in the room that knows different.
That knows the truth.
So here we are. Yeah, this is going to be a huge uphill battle for Team Cheetos. Team Asta, which is, by the way, guys, Alex Spellman and Tim Adams. They are huge favorites, and I don't think they've dropped a leg. Have they?
I don't believe so. That they hadn't dropped a leg when we saw them earlier. From my understanding, we're going to go ahead and fact check ourselves real quick. That is not true at all. We just completely lied. First round bye, then 3-0 win over Rainbows and Unicorns, 3-2 win over Tons Are Us. So they got to a lost leg decider at one point in their run. Tons Are Us is still in the tournament, currently playing in 5th, 6th. I'm curious to see who's on that team. Tons Are Us is Kenny Doyle and Nick Slepik. So would make sense that would go to a lost leg decider.
Yeah, that does make sense. So
they've only lost legs to one team.
Yeah, that's what I meant. But this is a huge uphill battle. Obviously, Team Cheetos is the huge underdogs, but they're here for a reason. So they're trying to prove a point, which is they're here for a reason.
Well, listen, they got to the seat match. They've done the work, and well, don't get me wrong, there was some scrappiness going on in that last match. It doesn't matter when you're in the field this tough. That means you're doing a lot of stuff right. And nothing is said and done until the match goes one way or another. As Tim Adams puts in a 40.
Yeah, and sometimes when you're playing a team that you feel like you should win against, you can get a little bit relaxed and a little bit lazy with the darts. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what happens indeed here. As anything is possible when you're playing on our boards here.
Yeah, nice 1-3-7 there by Alex, and they're on the verge of winning this first leg against the throw. Neto and struggling just a little bit here.
Coming up in the 4th place match for the women's doubles, Pam and Dolores, a.k.a. Paula Murphy and Kim Pantai, playing against Hat Trick Honeys, which we saw earlier today as well. Winner of that will get to that 3rd place match against Cash Money. And then, we'll be covering the 4th place, 3rd place finals, ideally, depending on how timing works out for both pro and women's brackets.
Yeah, a little bit of a struggle here in this leg for Cheech and Neto. So we're going to want to forget about this and start this second leg off a little bit stronger.
Yeah, there's not much you can really do. No reason to harp on yourself here. It's leg number 1. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. You know what will not happen?
What will not happen?
Alex missing 16 that many times for Cheetos to win.
Yeah, you're not wrong there. But right now, I mean, even with Adams sitting at 302, there's not really any immediate punishment coming from any of those misses either, because the other team is just well back behind as well.
Here we go. Tim Adams at 302. Starts on the 18 with that steel tip mentality. Now we'll switch to the triple 20 to leave the 170, which he does. Wow. Breath of fresh air here.
Hey, listen. That air feels good.
And 79 there for Cheech. And Alex is going to want to put this double 8 in here pretty quickly with like the second dart. Would like the third dart. There it is. So 1-0 to Team Alex and Tim Adams, a.k.a.
Asta. Sorry, I got distracted here a little bit. I'm looking at the brackets, making sure that everything's running well and making sure we're ready for our sets of matches and everyone's we're going to go. You know what they say. Tournament director, commentator, producer, line draw winner. Take the sheriff.
108 by Cheech there.
Danny Shop is to sit here and talk.
That's it.
I love it. No, and this is going to be shaping up to be something quite interesting. As someone there, you can see his second dart kissed off that first flight just a little bit there.
Yeah, he said no.
No.
How's that menu coming, Nick?
Your
And
job is to
Neto
just
is
sit here and talk once again. It doesn't have to be about the menu for the Laguna restaurant.
guys, I don't know if you know about this, but when you sign up to commentate, you sign up to starve.
Hey, listen. It gets you we gotta get hungry in the booth, man. We gotta get hungry to call these games.
And Neto gets in with a 32, but Tim Adams 1-4-6 in.
And Alex Spellman with for him a slack in to have Tim Adams kind of do the bailout there. If you're Cheech, you're like, man, I just can't get away from both these guys. What is going on?
Yeah, and when you feel like you know you have to hit 2 triples a turn, it puts a little pressure on you.
You can see Spellman just gonna course correct from the previous turn there. Say course correct. He still got it on the first dart, but finds a 180 on this turn.
Yeah, 180 for Alex Spellman. Doing what he does. Neto's going to have to match him here. $78 for Neto. So Tim Adams, Alex Spellman is in the driver's seat of the second leg already, and Team Cheetos, they're going to have their work cut out for them.
Yeah, they're kind of on the outside looking in on this leg here.
Yeah, if you don't mind me asking, what's the score, Nick?
I believe it's 1-0.
Okay.
What do you think the score is, Danny?
Well, we know that. The people watching don't. There it is. 1-0, Team Asta.
Asta, baby.
Yeah, only a 41 from Tim, and 95 from Cheech. Alex, unless he puts in a 180 here, he's only going to get 1 dart at the double, possibly.
Yeah, of course, Alex is going to want to try to follow his 180. Not going to be able to do so, but he will be the first one at a finish. Not an ideal finish as that one slips into the 5 there, but is first nonetheless. Now, Neto here needs to make sure to do a solid turn because you don't want Tim Adams to have an opportunity to hit a big hit here with freeze in mind.
Yeah, that's correct. And needed a little more than that. Only a 50 there, and Tim Adams. Yeah, it's gonna hurt because Tim Adams hit a 41 last turn, and usually when a player of his caliber shoots a lazy round, they come back with a huge one of at least 2 triples or filling it up.
Let's see what Adams is able to do. I mean, he's really just been on a tear. His in was incredible here. I'm in a little bit of trouble fighting the treble. Does get that last dart in there. Could have hurt a lot more, though.
Yeah, it could have. Not only 96 for Tim here, and Cheech needs to leave himself an out just in case he'll have the opportunity to shoot it, and does not do it. So 6 from 151 for Alex Spellman equals a leg 2 victory.
Over to the 17s. Now just going to tee up from here.
Nick, are you saying treble?
I sometimes slip into saying treble. I came off a couple of steel events recently.
Which is still not triple?
Treble?
It's still?
Treble.
Like whether it's steel or soft, isn't it a triple 20?
The classic term would be treble.
Is it a classic term for us, or is it a classic term
It's a European term.
A European term.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard of this thing called the PDC, but you should listen to their commentary sometime. You might be able to get some notes.
We're in America, though. Why are we calling it treble?
USA equals triple. We could argue terminology. When you're playing Split Bowl 01, it's just easy to go into more of the classical treble. I don't know. Really, that's the issue, guys? That's where we're stuck? Come on, everybody. Get it together.
Yeah,
Get real.
Alex Spellman on 60 here. Tim Adams on 78. again equals a second leg victory. And looking to go up 2-0, and they do. Backs against the wall here, 2-0 for Team Asta. So Team Cheetos needs to really come out firing here.
Yeah, they're going to just have to kind of find a little bit of electricity here. Shock the world.
Yes, Mike, he does.
I call Danny a lot worse than that, actually.
Yeah.
I'm quite mean to him, actually.
Yeah. Are we going to see a perfect game here? Am I calling it?
It's in the cards. You just went
game?
for it. You can see 1-5-4 in for Alex, and what he didn't do, which we saw in previous legs, that double 20's kind of been hanging down a little bit on him, so he's just been moving away from it and going down to the triple 19.
That is correct. And a 71 in from Neto, solid in, did his job. These games are usually not won or lost when someone gets in. It's won or lost in the middle of the match, of course, unless they take 6-9 darts to get in.
Exactly. Well said.
66 for Tim there. So Cheech with a 95 in, looking to capitalize on that good in and leave himself around the 266 range, or maybe even the 281. But he's all over the place on the 5-1s this match. We didn't see much of that last match, but this match they're struggling a little bit.
Yeah, definitely some struggles across the board here. I mean, with Adams at 435, it's not out of the running yet, but you also have to think, man, it's just not really any momentum going in Cheeto's way this match so far.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. And Alex down to 212 here.
Yeah, doing a good job of just getting himself well out in front. That is not on track for the perfect game.
Yeah, this is kind of a all she wrote type of leg here. A totally different team of that we saw last match, right? Last match to this match, so it's unfortunate, but
yeah. And here's the thing, though: Cheetos is still absolutely in this. They're in the seat match, right? They're gonna, if they take the L, which hasn't happened yet, although with Tim Adams hitting 180, it makes it go more and more likely. They're going to be sitting in the third place match. They're already in a placking position, and they're just going to try to fight their way back. And we haven't even really had yet to mention this, but one of the factors that you're thinking about right now is, okay, if you win pro doubles, you qualify for the invitational shootout. We haven't even really touched on that at all. Alex Spellman won his qualification in singles, which means if his team wins, it would go to his partner in the second place in singles.
Really?
That's how that works.
Wow, that is and who got second?
I believe, was it Kenny Doyle in the finals against them?
I think it was. So that is quite interesting.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Little fun fact there.
Little fun fact, and yeah, well said there. As we'll get over to that women's third place match in just a minute, and it's a rematch with Paula and Kim and Ashley and Kay, and Ashley opened up with a hat trick. So she's on the perfect game, just misses outside. So we'll get over there in a minute. She does leave 120. So, yeah, we'll see how this one ends first.
Yeah, and just another quick point out, and actually I'll save that point out for the next match here as we're still in this one, but you can see Alex and Tim pretty much set up in pole position here. Yeah,
they are, and it's unfortunate because obviously Team Cheetos, as Cheech is trying to put in this 180, and he does. Unfortunately, a little bit too late, but they would have liked to play it a little better. They are better players than what they've played this match, so it'd be interesting to see if they can fight their way back. As Alex on 72 kills it with 2 darts and moves on to the finals.